everyone, welcome back. So I wanted to do a Q&A and I put it out there on Snapchat that I was going to answer y'all's questions. So let's just go ahead and get started, see if any of you guys snap me. Maybe there's no questions, maybe this won't even make it to a video, but I just thought I would do it. I also said on Twitter and on Instagram, so we will see if there are any questions. Let's go ahead and get started. Okay, I have one from Daisy May. Do you work? What did you used to do and what jobs have you had? I don't currently work. I'm a mom. I stay at home with my kids, but I did used to be a teacher. I taught children with special needs, specifically autism. I worked for 4 years as an autism teacher before I found out I was pregnant with twins, and then I just decided to stay home with my kids, and then I just had more kids. So that's just kind of how that happened. At the point that I was at, it was really difficult for me to pay the money to put my twins in daycare. So my husband and I had saved prior to getting pregnant, so we figured that I would just take off of work and eventually go back if I wanted to. And then I kind of discovered this whole realm, and I don't consider this necessarily a job because I guess we get our main source of income from my husband's work, but it's nice and it's something fun that I like to do, and I didn't even know when I started YouTube that you could make money from it. So it was just kind of one of those like benefit things. So that is that question. Thank you so much. This is from You, Me, and Baby 3. Who on YouTube inspires you? And also, I'm a mommy vlogger on YouTube, so what was your go-to diaper bag with your kids? Oh my gosh, I think I had like a Califron diaper bag. I don't even remember. You guys, it was a while ago. It was like this, I got it from some boutique, and it was like brown and pink paisley, and then you could, oh, there was like paisley. Oh, I guess I had two different diaper bags. Anyways, there was like a paisley one, and then I ended up getting their names embroidered on another one. And with twins, I mean, you had to have like so much stuff. Then I ended up having a backpack for a while. But there is, oh, what's that website? Skip Bop. They have a really, really cute diaper bag right now. It's like a blush pink backpack. My friend Cassie from Shades of Cassie talked about it, and that's where I saw it, and I actually got it not for a diaper bag, but I got it for my just having like a regular backpack to carry with me to travel. So Skip Bop has great bags and diaper bags that are super, I mean, you probably wouldn't want the diaper bag that I had back when I was using it, because I feel like styles change even in the last like 2 years. So who on YouTube inspires me? A lot of people inspire me. I love Mallory1712 because I think she is super great at hair and makeup, and she's a relatable and funny person, down to earth. Kathleen Lights is someone who inspires me. Obviously my friend Dana Ann, she inspires me just because she's beautiful. She's great at, well, I mean, she just inspires me as just an overall person. I was gonna say she's like such a like frugal person. She will tell me, hey, do you really need that? Like, I don't know, I love that about her. She's super crafty as well. That inspires me. My friend Cassie from Shades of Cassie, my friend Sarah from Beauty Buzz Hub. So I have a ton of people on YouTube that inspire me. I'm trying to think. Obviously I love like Jaclyn Hill and all that, but I would say as far as like people that I watch a lot of Friends. I really love Kathleen's channel. I think I like her as a person. So, but I have so many people. I also love Shelby Ashburn, or I think it's Shelby Wilson now. I love her channel. She has a lot of really great videos. I try and tell you guys when I'm inspired by somebody like right away. Have you gotten any recommendations for waxing strips for legs? Please, thank you in advance. Waxing strips for legs. This is from Cookie Ford. No. Gosh, that seems like it would hurt a lot. There was this one natural brand that I did try out, and it had like bigger strips, but I was like, nah, I can't even like have the time to grow my hair out that long. Like it would bother me and I would feel like an Amazon to even like rip it off. Like that would be the problem, like growing my hair long enough on my legs. Well, I mean, who am I kidding? Like I feel like my hair sometimes gets that long, but my husband would say that. He would be like, girl, you could grow your hair that long in like 2 seconds. But no, I don't know because I haven't waxed my legs, so I guess I can't give you that answer because I just don't know. All right, this is from Beach Girl 001.
I look like trash because I just woke up, but what would be your biggest tip for someone who wants to start doing YouTube?
Okay. My biggest tip for someone who wants to start doing YouTube, I get this question a lot, and I think you should just start. Just start. Because you're not going to start off with the best camera. You're not going to start off with this. Get in front of a window, get whatever type of recording device you have, record yourself, and just start posting a ton of videos. My best advice is just do whatever content that you like to watch. If you like tutorials, film tutorials. If you like empties, film empties. If you like reviews, film reviews. Because the more comfortable you get in front of the camera, the more videos and content you have. I think when I started, I uploaded a video almost every single day for like 2 months. And I think just the more content you have, the more people are going to come. And then people like consistency. If you're ending up filming and you're going to have a schedule, always have like a schedule that you kind of stick to. For a really long time, I always did Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And I stuck to that schedule. I didn't really change it at all. It gets harder the longer you've been on YouTube, because I've been on YouTube 5 years, so it gets kind of harder to come up with content to keep up at that pace. But also I would say just comment organically on people that you like to watch, and just make sure that you are leaving comments, because the more that you're commenting on their socials and their videos, you kind of can network. It's harder these days. Don't spam people's channel and say like, oh, follower for a follower, you know, subscriber for a subscriber. That just feels disingenuous, and I don't think it works. And if anyone has actually found that to work, I would love to hear that. But those are my like immediate tips. Like, don't worry about lighting and that kind of stuff from the beginning. Just get comfortable with it, start uploading, and when you are more comfortable and you're starting to get a little bit more of a following, then you can spend the money and invest. Once you know how much work it takes to do a YouTube channel, then you can start investing in some of the other things you might need, like a ring light or a better camera, those kinds of things. But honestly, natural light by a window is like your best bet. Okay, this is from KTJ Parrot. Oh, so pretty.
Say thank you for being so real and relatable.
Oh, you're so
and
pretty.
Is, do you feel that being on YouTube has helped you gain confidence, or kind of like damaged your self-esteem?
Huh, that's an interesting question. I feel like being on YouTube, it's interesting for me because I wouldn't call myself an overly confident person, but prior to YouTube and like having kids and stuff, I was much thinner, and I was always a tiny person, like always the smallest person, honestly. And I never had a weight problem at all. And then I had the twins, and it was like, you know, so I gained like almost 70 pounds. So it's been difficult, and I think that my weight gain has affected it. And YouTube is a difficult place to be when you have any type of like, I mean, people will find the thing that you are insecure about or something that makes you different, or, you know, and I guess I would consider myself a secure person in all areas of my personality and myself and in my friendships, and I feel like people accept me for who I am. I feel a lot of love from my family and from my husband, everything like that. So it's not that, but I'm personally insecure about, obviously, my weight. And I wouldn't call it insecure. Maybe it is insecurity, but it is just, I'm not happy with it. And I don't know if YouTube would make a difference, but yeah, I mean, it hurts a lot when you do get comments like, oh, you're fat, blah, blah, blah. It's like, okay, great. And the comment that irritates me is, I wish you would just be more, I wish you wouldn't be in denial about your weight. I'm like, what is denial about? Like, what do you mean? Am I supposed to start my channel like, hi, I'm Laura, I'm fat, so like if you don't want to watch anymore, you can go ahead and click out. Like, what is denial? Am I supposed to like tell you guys at the beginning of every single video? I don't understand how denial is. So that's like the one comment that I'm like, what? But no, I feel like honestly, it helps build your confidence too, because the amount of overwhelmingly encouraging positive comments and relationships that I've built throughout my time on YouTube, I mean, who else gets to log into an account and read, you're beautiful, you're funny, I love your videos, I love your personality, I feel like I get so many more like warm fuzzies from people than I do the negativity. So I guess I feel like it builds my confidence. Maybe maybe I'm over here like thinking I'm too great sometimes and my friends got to bring me back down. No, I'm just kidding. But I would say it's one way or the other. But if you don't have a thick skin, you should not be on YouTube, because trust me, you will encounter people trying to tear you down a notch, because nobody likes to see anybody who's happy, successful. And I feel like in my life, I'm not including YouTube. I feel successful on YouTube because I feel like I have a relationship with my subscribers, and to me, that's success. But I already feel like I won the lottery with my family, with my friends, my kids. My husband, I love him. I won the lottery. I feel like I live a very successful, happy life. Sometimes people don't like to see that. That's why I don't really bring my family into it, because I'm like, you can talk to me about what I look like, go ahead, tear me down, tell me I'm fat, whatever. But if you try and talk to me about my kids and my family and that whole thing, you're wasting your breath, because I already know I got it good, you know? So anyways, hopefully that answers that question. Good question, good question. Okay, we have Michelle Joy 23. How do you keep your skin so flawless? I have acne and large pores and I'm 29. Girl, my skin is not flawless. I feel like it's getting more and more not flawless as I get older. I have a lot of milia. I have a lot of redness, discoloration. I have melasma, is that what it's called? On my forehead, and it's getting harder and harder. My best bet is to see a dermatologist and maybe look into some skincare that is, you know, through your dermatologist. If you have really bad acne and large pores, maybe retinol. I'm not quite sure. I haven't ever experienced really bad acne, so luckily haven't had to go through that, but I feel like I experience other problems. I do have large pores. Maybe it's just this ring light that is blocking it out, or the filters that I use on Snapchat, but girl, trust me, I got the same skin issues as you guys. I also get milia on my face, which are little white bumps. They cause an uneven texture looking to my skin, and I get those when I use like too rich of skin products. So I have to be really, really careful, and sometimes when I get those, I have to go to a dermatologist and get them extracted, or get like a facial with an esthetician. Why can't I say that word? Esthetician. Who is trained to extract milia. So I had to call around and find a good one. Okay, someone asked me, if you could use one makeup product, what would you use? One makeup product. Probably lip gloss. I don't know why, just because I like my lips to be hydrated, so probably lip gloss. Okay, we have Carly is my name. What is your favorite product from Tarte? My favorite product from Tarte are the blushes. I love the Amazonian Clay blushes in Exposed and Natural Beauty are my two favorites. I think they are incredible blushes. They last on the face, so that's probably my #1 favorite. Okay, moving over to Instagram. Somebody asked me on Instagram, what's your go-to foundation for everyday wear? I'm gonna have to say right now it is the Dior Forever Foundation, which I will have a review up on that if it's not already up, and the Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation. I just love that one. I love the maximum coverage and I love the regular one, but that's like my go-to. It's my trustworthy foundation. I also like the CoverGirl Vitalist Healthy Elixir Foundation. I think that's a great one as well from the drugstore. Where are your favorite places to shop for clothes? You always wear the cutest tops. Thank you. I like TJ Maxx. American Eagle is where I get a ton of my tops. I usually am like large and extra large in American Eagle. I pretty much get all of my jeans from American Eagle. So that's like my favorite places. A lot of people are asking where my favorite places to shop. So I think it's really nice that you guys like my tops, because nobody sees like anything else but like my shoulders and stuff. So I like to wear like, you know, like little side shoulder things, because I think they just look cute on and flattering, and then they kind of come down because I have like bigger arms. So I like to like cover the like chubbier part of my arm, or what do you want to call it? Like, I don't know what this is part. I like to call it like my thigh, like my thighs coming out of my shoulder, but they're really not that big. But I mean, no, they are an insecure spot for me. So I do like to typically have like stuff that comes down longer. So those tops that like pull down and show your shoulders, I really like those. You can find a lot of them. American Eagle and TJ Maxx, you can find them there. What do you think your strongest personal quality is? I think as a subscriber, I can definitely tell how genuine you always are, but I'm curious to see what you would answer for yourself. I don't know why that like question makes me tear up for some reason. The strongest personal quality of myself is, I think that I am a really good listener to and like I feel like I genuinely invest so much of my time into my friendships and into other people and what they're experiencing, and praying for people. I have a lot of friends struggling with infertility, and I spend a lot of time, honestly, like in prayer for my friends struggling with infertility, just because I feel like, I don't know why that makes me cry. I feel like, you know, when you really want to have a baby and you can't, it's so, it's like all you can think about. And I just like want that so bad for some of my friends or for some people. So I feel like I get so like invested in my friendships and just like that. I don't know. I'm like a very empathetic person. Maybe that's my strongest quality. And I really like people to feel like they're important. I want everyone around me in my life to feel like they're important. You know, sometimes I spread myself too thin, and that's like, you know, the negative of that, but I just want everyone to feel heard and feel like valued in my life. So I think I would say that's my strongest quality. Wow, why am I crying? I always cry in question and answer. Something always makes me cry. What was your first reaction when you found out you were having twins? Oh my gosh, my first reaction was literally like, yes. I was so excited to have twins. Like, as I'm, you know, tearing up, I had a miscarriage my first pregnancy. So I was just like, my whole life, twins run in my family, but my whole life I was like, I'm having twins. I know I'm having twins. I know I'm having twins. There was this voice that told me that I was going to have a miscarriage my first pregnancy, and then I was going to have twins after it. And I literally told my husband, I'm like, are you excited? Are you ready? We're going to have twins. He's like, Laura, stop. Like, stop. We're not having twins. So honestly, when she told me, like, she put the thing in and she was like, right away, because she had done the ultrasound when I had lost the first pregnancy, so she knew how like nervous I was. It was 6 months later that I finally got pregnant again, and I did have to have a DNC. Maybe I should do like a miscarriage video. I don't know if anyone would want to see that, but so when she put the thing in and was like, she told me right away, there are 2 babies and they both have a heartbeat. I was like, told you. Like, I knew I was having twins. I've told my mom since I was 12 years old, I'm having twins. I'm gonna have twins. I'm gonna have twins. So anyways, needless to say, I was so excited. Twins have been one of the biggest blessings to me. The relationship, to see their relationship flourish, like, I just think having twins is so much fun. I feel bad for people who don't have them. That's why I want all my friends who are trying to get pregnant, like, and do fertility things. I'm like, have them put 2 eggs in. Like, you need twins. Hello, everyone does. But anyways, okay, Dana. Hey, Mrslolalynn, huge fan here. Would you rather get a handful of moose dingleberries one by one, or walk every Target aisle during peak hours naked while farting? Thanks, Dana. I'm gonna play this would you rather with you. I would like eat a handful of moose dingleberries. I'd like to walk every aisle of Target butt naked. Dana said, your dad and I were wondering if you plan on finally calling me mom. Okay, Dana. Would you rather have bad diarrhea, the kind you had on Black Friday at Target? Thanks so much for calling me out. Every day for the rest of your life, or always have a booger hanging out of your nose when you speak to someone? I would rather have my Black Friday diarrhea. Like, this is so gross, but I had, like, Dana made me eat McDonald's, like a spicy chicken sandwich from McDonald's, and I never eat McDonald's ever because it's disgusting. She made me eat one on Black Friday at like midnight, and like literally the beat dropped when we were driving to Target, and I was like, pull over, pull over. We had to like run into Target. I was like the only one. It was literally insanity. I was in Target bathroom for 2 hours, and there was a lady who was like mopping, and she kept like mopping under the door and like hitting my foot with the mop, and I'm like, what do you want me to do, lady? Like, I don't want to be in here for 2 hours either. And Dana kept coming back in to check on me and be like, are you okay? And I'm like, no, I'm dying in here, I'm dead. But I would rather actually have that experience than have a booger hanging on my nose. Okay. What was your first reaction when you found out having twins? I already answered that one. And how did you decide on names? Like, did you start with the same letter or family names? So, I don't want to say the names of my kids, but they all end with an name. So, I did know one of the twins' names. I had it right off the bat. I just like knew it. And I wanted to name her 2 middle names, but my husband was like, no. But before we were going to find out the night before, I was like, before we're going to find out the genders of the twins, I was certain it was 2 boys. Certain it was 2 boys. So I had boy names picked out. I wanted to name them Deacon Kane and Carter David. Like, those were the 2 names back in the time. I also wanted to name, I think Brooks was a name that, oh no, that was for my last baby, Brooks. I wanted to name, if it was a boy. Holden was a name, Landon was a name. So I had a lot of options for boys' names, but I only had this one girl name. And then the night before we went to find out, I was like, oh, okay, we only have one girl name. Like, what if it happens to be 2 girls? I said this to my husband. He was like, we're not having 2 girls. Like, we're not having 2 girls. So I didn't come up with a name. Like, I was like, okay, well, what about this one? And he was like, no. And I go, now that you said that, you know we're having 2 girls. He's like, no way, no possible way we're having 2 girls. So we find out that we're having 2 girls. And honestly, when they told me the first one, like, she spent extra time, because I found out at 16 weeks what I was having. So she told me the first one was a girl. I was like, oh my gosh, a girl, I'm gonna have boy girl. And then like, she was like, I think the second one's a girl. And I was like, no, it's not. Like, where's the boy though? Like, there's a boy in there. I know there's a boy. Cause like, I wanted 2 boys. I don't know why, because everyone in my husband's family has boys. So I was like, oh, I'm definitely having boys. So anyways, she was like, it's another girl. And I was like, what? 2 girls? Like, you literally could have told us we were having 2 baby elephants. Like, we would have been less shocked. I was just like, you're kidding me. 2 girls? Oh my gosh. And I'm like, of course. Because you wouldn't pick out that second girl name. So what happened is we just went back to girl names. I used a little bit sort of like more old-fashioned names at the time, but they turned out to be popular names because you know how that goes on the name lists at the time. But I wanted them all to kind of like, I wanted the twins' names to end in the same letter, and then when I had my 3rd little girl, I wanted her to end in the same letter. So anyways, that is how I picked out their names. So I think that pretty much answers a lot of people's questions. You guys need to let me know down below if you guys want me to do a full video on like miscarriages and getting pregnant with twins and just like that whole experience. I feel like there are things that I would be willing to share. But you know how protective I am of my family and of my girls. I typically don't like talk specifically about them, but there is a lot about that experience that I feel like I could share and might be helpful. Or even if someone has experienced a miscarriage or you're dealing with infertility or anything like that, I'm a great prayer. So let me know down below if you want me to pray for you, because I feel like really consistent, dedicated person when it comes to that. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any additional questions, leave them down below and I will try to answer them as best I can. And if you're not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. Hopefully you enjoyed learning a little bit more about me, and I will see you all in the next video. Mwah.